Welcome to Tackle Fanatics TV, and in this episode of TFTV, Dave Springall and Joe Morgan take a look at Century's CQ rods.
Well, everyone loves a new rod, and we're here today with Dave Springall from Century to look at a couple of new designs that have brought out for a slightly different type of fishing. Well, not different, but specialist.
Different for us. Yeah, it's different, mate. Yeah, we've got a new range of rods coming out. This is more of a preview today, just to let the viewers know what's in the pipeline for the new year. We've got this new range of rods coming out that we've called the CQs, the close quarter rods, which are aimed, as the name would suggest, at small lakes, rivers, canals, stalking, floater fishing, and anything close range, really.
Brilliant. It seems like sort of got quite popular the last couple of years, and it's not just people sitting there behind their normal rods doing the same thing. There seems to be a lot more people going out and for shorter sessions, like say smaller lakes, and just popping out and having a little go rather than taking the full kit and the full range rods and everything else.
That's it, mate. Yeah, I mean we've got a range of sort of out and out stalking rods at the moment, but we wanted something, wanted to add to the range, and like you say, seems to be a bit of a trend for this sort of thing at the moment on the continent as well. So we set about designing the CQs, and we've got two of them almost finished, and just brought them along to show you today.
Very nice. Well, they look pretty smart. So do you want to talk us through?
Yeah, this is the first one of the two. This is the 11-footer. So it's an 11-foot two-piece rod, two equal sections. It's 2¼ pound test curve, this particular one, and it's based on our FPS, the Fat Boy Slim blank, which we've had for quite a long time now, massively popular. As the name would suggest, a really slim blank, very, very light. Obviously a foot shorter than the normal one. We do 12-foot and 13s. These are 11. Really well suited to canal fishing. We've been tested. The guys have tested these on the canals, and they've produced commons up to sort of just over 30 pounds on these so far with no problems at all. You can see we've stuck with the stealth build that we spoke about last time I saw you.
Sort of minimalistic look.
Yeah, very much so. So we've got the black aluminium butt caps, abbreviated handle, got exactly the same 2K carbon weave from the Fat Boy Slim, and then going up to the 1K carbon reel seat, black hoods, a little bit of black Duplon at the front there, and then the 1K weave all the way through, and a standard 40mm ring set. These ones are also going to be available for the barbel anglers. We had quite a lot of call at the Big One show last year. We got absolutely bombarded by barbel anglers at the show asking for us to do a barbel rod again. So this particular one's going to be available in a 1 3/4 with a super grade cork handle as well, for the guys who prefer a cork handle or a lighter rod, or for the guys who are out and out barbel anglers.
All right, this one definitely looks a lot different, Dave. What have we got here, mate?
Yeah, it is a bit different, this one. This is a 9-foot 3-piece CQ, this one, close quarter. Really interesting development with this. We've been working with Ben Hamilton and Steve Fantuzzi at Thinking Anglers, who are obviously well known for their...
The margin masters.
The margin masters, and obviously Steve's, very, very successful on the rivers, and Ben's hauls them out of the edge, left, right and centre. So we're really, really pleased to be working alongside those guys and getting some input on this. Took quite a lot of samples with Steve. He's been very, very, very particular, which we were really pleased about, and this is what he's come up with.
Feels like it's got quite a bit of power to it.
It is. It's a very powerful rod. Even though it's 9 foot, it's 3½ pound test curve, this one, and it's made from the new 45/45 spread toe fabric, which is what we've been using in our new T1000 beach rods, which are massively, massively popular already. Only just been released, selling like hotcakes. And this is made out of a very, very, very similar material. And the idea with that new 45/45 fabric is that it's ridiculously light, as you can feel.
Definitely.
It's one of the lightest. I think you'll see a lot of our carp rods will move over to this material, in the future. But it's ridiculously strong. Very, very high tolerances.
So I think it's fair to say that most of the time when you're fishing close in the edge, you quite often got hazards near you, haven't you? Be it bush, reeds,
absolutely,
lily pads or whatever. So you need that extra bit of power to be able to steer them out of the way.
You need a fine balance, but the last thing you want is to give the fish too much, too much rope, and it's only got a 2 3/4 pound rod would probably bend another foot or 2 foot, and that could just be enough for him to get in a snag or in a bush, and that could be curtains. So the guys were definitely keener to have a more powerful rod to eradicate them problems.
And I suppose the other thing with this type of rod is, because it goes down to such a small Oh, 3 sections, obviously.
Yeah.
It's you know, very compact, isn't it? And one of the things that a lot of people like to do, I know, is like pop out for a little bit of fishing after work, but they don't want to leave their rods in the car because they're so blatantly obvious. Whereas that, I mean, in a little bag, you could tuck that in the boot, couldn't you? And
These will fit horizontally in your boot. Like I say, we're not going to bring these out until probably March to April 2015. And that's going to give us time. Then we're also working closely with Steve and Ben on some luggage.
Nice.
So it's going to come as a whole package, hopefully. We're going to be looking at a rod case to go with them, and also there's going to be a 2-piece net as well. So the net will break down into 2, and hopefully the whole thing will be 3 foot long, and the guys will just be able to get it in the boot of their car.
awesome. And the option of 2 or 3 rods, so you could have a proper little setup with them.
Exactly.
They look brilliant.
Build-wise, it's pretty much, we're keeping them the same all the way through. Obviously, you can see the 45-45. There's a much different pattern there on the butt section, but the reel seat, the 1K reel seat, and 1K finish on the blank is consistent with the 11-footer. The thing that we've done is a little bit different is we've actually got 4 16mm rings on these. So
the last 4, yeah?
The last 4 are 16mm, so we've got 30, 25, 20. We've got the 16mm all the way through with a 16mm tip, and that's gonna stop weed getting in. You know, if you're hooking them close range.
Well, they've normally got. You normally have a smaller
tip, and a lot of guys go 12mm or sometimes
a little bit
smaller.
of weed around your leader knot or something, and
you can end up in a little bit of trouble there, but getting clogged up. So
yeah, that's good thinking.
Kept the rings pretty big all the way through for such a short rod, just to stop that happening.
Well, there's obviously a lot of thought gone into it, and by some very good experienced anglers.
Definitely.
Super job. Right, mate, so when are these out?
There's probably not a lot of point of us bringing a stalking rod out now. We're getting towards the end of the year, so
nippy, isn't it?
It is, mate. Today it's dropped. So I think what we're going to do is going to take the rest of the year and the winter to get these 100% finished, get the builds, you know, completely confirmed, get the luggage side of it done, get the net finished, and then we'll look to bring these out in time for when the sun comes out next year.
Brilliant. Well, I'll be tapping you up for a set myself, all right?
By all means, mate. We'll sort you out.
You've been tuned into TFTV. Tackle Fanatics are a premium Century stockist and offer a massive range of rods at the best prices around. We also stock a vast selection of carp rods from all the leading manufacturers. To view our range, log on to www.tacklefanatics.co.uk. Tackle Fanatics also offer finance to make your rod purchase more affordable. Tight lines and wet nets from everybody at TFTV.